go get them again.
Welcome back to the Robezoid channel. I'm your host, Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Unisex Luxury. This is a first on the channel. This is popular within the YouTubes with a lot of fragrance influencers that kind of try to go a little bit off the beaten path a little bit here. This one called Istanbul, obviously not a unboxing. This is part of the Fragflex mega haul that I need to decant, but this is a first for me on this brand. First, of course, smelling Istanbul, but a first on this brand. This one is heavily compared to Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, which I think is the marshmallow one, I think. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be sweet, apparently, I'm thinking. So we'll see what we get here, and I'm always intrigued when it's the first of a brand on the channel. You never know. Like it's really the unknown. Like once I do know the nose behind this, Jorge Lee, released in 2018. And there is another Perfumier, Sylvain Cara. But Jorge Lee, I do know the resume quite well. Now, before we get into anything, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Smash that subscribe button and hit that like button. Much appreciated. And to my returnees, merci beaucoup for your support. If you don't mind, just hit that like button. Take a couple seconds. Merci beaucoup. Let's take a look at the note breakdown on this one and let's see what Istanbul is all about. So this is a Turkish brand, isn't it? So Istanbul, yeah, that makes all kinds of sense, right? So let's take a look at the notes. Grapes is one of the notes that is very unique. Parsley, that's unique. There's a tea note in here. Toffee. Toffee is a Turkish tradition, so that makes all kinds of sense to put that in here. So I don't know, with toffee in the back end, unless it's not prominent, I'm thinking this is going to start going gourmand with grapes. And I'm looking at these notes here, and I think I know where this is going. So let's delve into Istanbul. Let's see if it's unique and luxury at the same time. The cap themselves got some heft to them. I never like the little diamonds. I always like, at least this one's very minimal. So. But the Roja Dove diamond stuff and all that, I'm not a fan of that. It's just fake luxury, basically, is what I look at that. There is some designs on the atomizer as well. I do have another Unisex luxury to unbox in this whole Fragflex also. I am going to get to know this brand a little bit with 2 fragrances in my stable. Atomizer is actually pretty decent on this one, and the juice colors fairly dark. It's got that ambery glow. Okay, so let's sniff this one. Istanbul by Unisex Luxury. Ooh, she's sweet. It's really sweet. Fruity. Floral. Yeah, gourmand. It's going in that territory. Gourmand. A little bit of citrus too. The sweetness is vanillic, very vanillic. There's vanilla in the note breakdown, so that makes all kinds of sense. Getting a little bit of that jasmine as well, which is quite floral, which also throws off sweetness. So let's put it on skin. Let's see what it does on skin and on paper. Oh, I get a little bit of that grape. Grape, citruses, jasmine, vanillic. A little bit of that toffee, like you're getting a little bit of that caramellic hue, but oh, she's tiny. The grapes are a little syrupy. It's not overly dense for a sweet fragrance. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, when I did a whole bunch of Profumo aromas, and I'm not comparing this to a Profumo aroma, but I am a little bit in build, is that some of those Profumo aromas were really sweet, but they made it not as dense or as, they have the pixie sticks kind of sweetness, but they really classed it up a bit. And this is kind of reminds me of the sweetness of the Perfume aromas, where I guess it's a compliment to this brand, where there's depth to it and it's not overly childish, but it is overly sweet in a way. But it's not crystallized sweet, very dense, but it has that character. So the grapes do have like a syrupy, almost like a syrupy way of them, and lots of vanillic pieces and a little bit of that caramelic hue. My nose is enjoying the grape portion here, the element here, because it's not that dense. And that mixing in with the toffee, it feels like they don't work together, but it keeps me interested a little bit. But there's a lot of different sweet facets. So if you don't have a sweet tooth, Istanbul is not going to be for you, first and foremost. It really is trying to push the limit, but at the same time, it's not as childish as a lot of fragrances out there. I'm getting a little bit of neroli. Is there neroli? Yeah, there's neroli. Okay. It's vanillic and caramel-like hue. Now, more than anything. Now it's getting a lot of neroli. Not on here. Still on the grape section. This is losing the grape section a little bit. It's getting a lot more neroli, which is interesting. So the neroli kind of makes it like smoother as a fragrance. The vanilla is not very good, honestly. I've smelled a lot better. It really has an artificial feel to it, and a lot of the Perfume aromas also have that, one of the Perfume aromas, and I'm trying to remember which one, but it smelled like pink sugar from Aquilina, like a $5 burnt sugar kind of fragrance. And it's like towing the line of like, oh, this smells really juvenile, but in a way is interesting. It really is. This thing is kind of towing that line that I could see a lot of people hating on this and going, especially if you don't have a sweet tooth, you're going to absolutely hate this fragrance. I can see why some people like it. I don't think the toffee in here is as prominent as I feel like some people say. It's there, but it's more vanilla than anything. It's there. It's not bad. Like the interesting parts are there, and they're coming in and out, like the grape and the toffee. At the end of the day, is it a premium product? Is it a unique fragrance? Is it luxury? How much do these go for? Like probably $3. They were pretty expensive last time I checked. I might have to check on how much they are, but it's 100 mils. It smells like something I don't. Right now with this Istanbul, I don't see the appeal. It's okay, but it smells like something like Mansara can do. It smells like something like House of Oud, which I just did one. Overpriced kind of stuff. I don't see the it factor in Istanbul. I really don't. Like I see the grape facet and I see the toffee facet, which they are pillars. They're high secondaries. Maybe the toffee is going to come stronger at the end. But I feel like vanilla and neroli right now are the major players. Now, the one thing I do like about this one is that the sweetness reminds me of the sweetness of Profumo Aroma, where they kind of really have a good hold on the sweetness, that it's not just going like crazy like a Lomal Elixir or something like that. It's just pixie sticks and it's just full throttle and the kids love it. I can see some appeal to that. For me personally, the grape and the toffee is not good enough for full bottle for me personally. It would be split worthy for me, but it's not something I'm like, oh, this brand, like it's not exciting me like I'll check out something else from the brand if somebody says, "Hey, this is the top seller, and you should check it out from the brand." I think I have a sample of this. I do. I purchased the. I don't remember the name. It's the mango one. People will know. Mango-nificent or something like that. The mango one, which is I believe is going to be in the feminine aisle, but I got a sample from Lucky Scent that I purchased with my own money. And Istanbul, and I have another bottle here, something so scientific is next, if that says anything for you. That is the next one from the brand that I will be basically doing a video on because Fragflex wants me to decant it, which I will. So at the end of the day, yeah, it really, my judgment right now is it's a good thing. I'm talking about, niche brands here. I'm talking about Mansetta, which is probably not really a compliment. Like if Mansetta can do this, why would I buy that? It's kind of that quality of Mansetta, like House of Oud and Profumo Aroma. Profumo Aroma is probably a slap in the face for the brand. Profumo Aroma has some absolute stunners, but I'm talking about the sweet ones, which aren't up my alley. But I can see the reason why some people will like it. Yeah, the grape and toffee kind of come in and out. So I'll look forward to kind of wearing this as my scent of the night, scent of the day kind of thing and just see where it goes. But it doesn't really excite me. I've had some first impressions that I'm just like absolutely floored, ready to delve into it. Let's get some samples, all that. I always recommend you guys, when any brand is new to me, always pepper the comments below and kind of tell me which ones are the best from the brand. This might be it. You never know. But yeah, it's not really making me want to test the second, I'm not super excited. I'm just kind of lukewarm, honestly. Now, you can find this one at fragflex.com. Go check it out. And you can use my code TFG10, get 10% off site-wide, so you don't have to purchase this one if you don't want to. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. And again, suggestions, go ahead. This is a brand that's new to me. I already told you which ones I have. This one. So Scientific is next on the docket for Fragflex, so for me to do a video and then decant it. And I do have a small little sample from Lucky Scent for their mango one. So that's what I have as far as the immediate future of this brand on my channel. If either one of those really hits, then I may delve more into it with my own money. But maybe Fragflex will send me a few more to decant, and I don't mind doing videos on them. So I can't wait to see what the comments below are about this brand. And it is a brand that there is some influencers out there that are just flexing with this brand. That I've seen, that they feel like they know a lot about fragrances because they're talking about these kind of brands. The ones that talk about fragrance du bois, stuff like this, and the Rouge à Dove flexers. You see the same faces with this, and that's the kind of brand that they like to push. Not everybody's like that, but there's a lot of them like that. So be careful. And as always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.